Number 41. Teacher Neresa is interested in establishing the stability of an achievement test in science. Which of the following methods will provide the most relevant information? The answer here is test retest. Test retest is also known as a measure of stability, while parallel test is a measure of equivalence. Both split half and Coder-Richardson are measures of internal consistency. So the answer is test retest. Number 42. The school where Mrs. Ricafort is teaching utilizes non-reference grading. Thus, test scores are given percentile rank equivalent. What is or are important for Mrs. Ricafort to state when explaining percentile rank test to parents? Both 1 and 2 are important characteristics of non-reference interpretation of performance, particularly that the scores show how students perform in relation to the other students. Aside from this, however, it is also important to provide information about the nature of the group that took the test, as it provides a backdrop for the non-reference interpretation. Number 43. Teacher staff constructs a table of the specifications and made it as a basis for her quarterly assessment in English. The students can be assured that the test has, the answer is content validity. A subtype of content validity, curricular validity, is the extent to which the content of the test matches to the objectives or competencies stated in the curriculum. Number 44. In the learning areas, technology and livelihood, education, music, arts, PE, and health, performance tasks are given the largest weight because the answer is letter D. They are both predominantly skill subject. The best answer is that both are predominantly skill subject. Any learning area will have a cognitive and affective aspect, so options A and B are incorrect. Objective assessment can also be done regardless of the learning area, so option C is also incorrect. Number 45. Teacher Lexi is planning to assess the students' ability to defend their stand on whether the people should take COVID-19 vaccine or not. Which type of essay question should she use? The answer is extended response. Extended response questions allow students to determine the content and organize the form of response by deciding which among the details are relevant and pertinent, as well as how to organize, integrate, and present this in a coherent manner. The answer is C, extended response. Number 46. Teacher Susan is engaged in assessment of learning. She should make sure that her assessment is based on learning outcomes. The primary basis of assessment of learning is the learning outcome. In fact, it is assessed in assessment of learning is the achievement of the learning outcomes. Number 47. Teacher Karil asked her class to provide feedback on each other's learning. Which form of assessment was used? The answer is peer assessment. This involves students taking responsibility for assessing the work of their peers against a set of assessment criteria. 48. What does Kyle's percentile score of 82% in his class mean? That means Kyle scored better than 82% of the class. A percentile score of 82 means that Kyle scored better than 82% of the class, and only 18% get a better score than Kyle. So the answer is letter D. Number 49. Which is the most improved version of an alternate response type of test item? K-12 makes the Philippine educational system one of the best in Southeast Asia. The main problem with this item is that it is an opinionated statement. Opinions are problematic as a premise because they cannot be classified as either true or false. However, To remedy this problem, Gronlund and Lean suggest citing the sources or the source within the statement to address the issue. Therefore, letter C, which states, according to DepEd, K-12 makes the Philippine educational system one of the best in Southeast Asia, makes this statement much better. Number 50. Most of the students get scores above the mean. What would be the graphical representation of their score? The answer is letter C, negatively skewed. A negatively skewed data distribution, as shown in the rightmost image in the diagram, shows that the mean is less than the mode. The mean is less than the mode gives us a negatively skewed data set. The mode is usually represented by the peak of the data, where the scores of the majority of the students are located. A negatively skewed distribution occurs when a few students get very low scores, which pull the mean to the left. This is also called a left skewed distribution. This means the mean is less than the mode. In other instances, a positively skewed data indicate that a few students get very high grades, which pulls the mean to the right. So a few students got very high scores, pulls the mean of the data distribution to the right. This is called a right skewed or skewed to the right data distribution. Here, the mean is greater than the mode. So this is a positively skewed data, as shown in the left illustration in the diagram. Finally, a normally distributed data is characterized with the mean, median, and mode having equal values. So the distribution is symmetrical. That is a normally distributed data. Therefore, for number 50, the answer is letter C, which is negatively skewed.